Hopefully you can hear me. Alright, so obviously the last video explained what I this intro. Basically it showed what I've done, right? So it showed you the intro, which is obviously this bit here. There were, I'm sure you would have noticed, there were slight differences in the track. I fucked around with some bass lines just to give it some more fucking feel. Like this, for instance. So this gives it more feel, I think. That sounds fucking sick in my opinion. I also fucked around with this, which is one of the sort of strings. It's a string sort of thin, like that. So it's a stringed instrument from one of my favorite synths. But I basically see this stuff up here. This stuff, I basically added some more because I have always been underwhelmed with the variety of it. So basically, sounds like this now. So you would have remembered that part. I added that. So I added that. I haven't really fucked around with the drums because I was up till late and like by late I mean like fucking 12 p.m. and I didn't really have too much more inspiration, so I thought I'll have a sleep, come back to it at another point, which was like now. Um, yeah, so what I did was there was a string synth, which I told you, which I think was overwhelming everything, in my opinion. Uh, it was basically this, because it was played in D, but it was quite high. Um, when that was added originally, because that was the original track you heard, that was in there. I felt it was, when I went back and listened to it after your feedback and stuff, I realized that that was one of the synthesizers that was actually making it quite high pitched. Because you said there were the two thins, well, the two thins, right, the two sounds, which I identified as this and the lead synth. I changed the lead synth. So originally the lead synth was this, which obviously you would have heard of the original track, which does sound really high pitched, but I think high pitched lead sounds sound pretty good with everything else. But it just doesn't. It didn't sound good when everything else was high pitched. It made it too hard to listen to. So I basically changed the lead synth to this. Now, what's interesting about this, which always intrigues me, this little bit here, it doesn't sound good on its own. But which is what I love about music, and I know I might sound like a bit of a fucking nerd and a geek, and you can tell me off when you see me in person. But I really like, because individually, as a solo lead, this sounds fucking terrible, right? But when you add it with everything else, like I'll play this little bit here, and you'll understand what I mean. It sounds good. Because it goes along with the bass line. Without the bass line there, it would sound shit. But it goes along with the bass, and it just fucking works for some fucking reason. I don't know why. The, the other major change I made was originally in here, so the lead would occur here, if you can see. So this little bit here, and it would continue into this bit here, right? So this is like the fucking, I don't know, the interlude or the fucking bridge. I don't know what the fucking term is. I'm not that much of a fucking nerd. But see, I felt the lead dragged on for too long. Like, I didn't even like hearing it. When I originally released it, I was like, ah, fuck, I could probably do without this. But I just never made a change to it because I was trying to get the album done, right? So, looking back on it and with your feedback and stuff, it sort of gave me a new focus. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fuck that lead off. Um, and yeah, so I basically fucked the lead off in this section here. And I just let it sort of mellow out for a little bit, you know, be a little bit slower before it builds up with the toms, which is when these fade in, and then it goes into the final fucking bit. I want to. The only things I might need to do is do a double lead on this little bit here. Maybe fade this section out a little bit better. So I tried to with sound effects, but I could maybe do it a little bit better. Maybe the lead fades out a little bit, maybe. Just make it a smoother transition, that's all. And I definitely need to fuck around with the drums because the drums are generic. They don't sound good to me. So, yeah. Let me know what you think. And yeah.